Alright. Yeah, I am here with a new video, and this is a little interesting one for you all. And you guys can end up doing your own version of this as well. This is not really a VC game, but it's definitely an interesting little video. But before I get into the details of this, the whole kind of the go through for what this series is about and what it's, and what it's supposed to follow and what, details and all such of that. But so before I get into all that, I'm gonna tell you what's down that's playing in the background, which is Blood Feasts, Face Fate. Damn good album. Not really an album, it's an EP, but it's just one of my favorite EPs. And it's the first Blood Feast release that I ever listened to, at least in full. So let's put that back. Fuck. Okay. So here's the point, though, of this series. It's definitely titled Overrated or Obscure or Underrated. You know what? Let me rephrase that. Overrated or underrated. So, it's kind of a little game, in a way. It's definitely a game. It's like, the way it is like I pull a little piece of tag, whatever, out of here, like a piece of paper that's pretty much folded up, kind of like to a little envelope, kind of like this, like that, and I open it up. I don't know, you probably caught that name, but you know what, we'll scrap that and make sure that I pick a different name. So there's about 11 bands in here, and I'll have to blindly pick it out, kind of like a number, very randomly. And whatever band it is, I'll have to say, are they overrated or are they underrated? We'll see how this goes. Like again, there's about 11 bands, and I'll do this once in a while. This definitely is something very interesting, and I definitely thought about doing it. And this was definitely thought of today. So, let's get into it and finally pick out a band. I might do about 3 bands. That probably will be the maximum, because I don't want to make this video very long. I'll just go until this fucking CD ends up ending. Okay, so let's go. Let's close it, and I'm gonna shake the shit. I'm gonna shake it. Come on, get your... And here. All right, let's do it. Oops. You know what? I fucked up on that. So one more time. Now, I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm just gonna pick a tag. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Deep Throat. That's what I picked. Overrated or underrated? But quite honest, they're very underrated if you ask me. This is definitely, they're a German band. I have the LP. I don't want to make this video too long, but let me bring it out. I've showed it before, and I did play it in one of my videos. Let me see if I can find the fucking album. Alright, here we go. They only released about 1 album. Again, they're a German band. But I got it. Here we go. This band right here, The Devil and Miss Jones, only release. So they're a very underrated band because I don't see a whole lot of people talk about them. And it's probably also due to the fact that the lyrics are very sexual. Kind of, S&M and shit like that. I've also seen them being tagged as like porn metal or some sort of like that. Definitely before all the pornogram bands took all that lyrical content to the next level. But it's definitely good. I do dig it. It's definitely more close to the new wave of British heavy metal sound. It's definitely kind of like Jaguar and all that. But yeah, they're definitely an underrated band. I wouldn't say they're overrated because I don't see a whole lot of people talking about them. So, let's, I'm gonna set that aside so I don't repick that. So, I'm gonna shake this up again and pick it. So here we go. Now, alright. Okay, I picked the tag, so I'm just gonna open up and see what I have. Okay, Mea Culpas. This is a band I just talked about during US Power Metal Month, and I had this playing in my top 30 albums of US Power Metal Month, you know, the best video. Overrated or underrated? I'm not gonna throw the underrated tag, and I'm not gonna throw overrated. Yes, I'm doing that for this episode. To be quite honest, they're in the middle. They get talked about. They also do get quite a bit of praise, but they also get quite a bit of shit for. Yeah, seen you know, kind of considered to be kind of mediocre, which I can take. But I don't see it as being that overrated of an album because I do dig it. But if it is overrated, alright. But doesn't mean that it's bad. Overrated just means it just gets rated very highly and just overhyped. But there is still quite a bit of overhyped albums I do like. But yeah, it's weird. I'm definitely neutral towards it. But still, not bad. Of course, they released one album just like Deep Throat, and it's titled Coming Out Ahead, which is a very obscure album. It's definitely one that goes for a lot of money, which is probably the same thing that goes for like actually the Deep Throat album. Rarely I see it at the 100 price. I only seen this was like $162, but I paid about like around $23 for it. It's a very cheap album at times, but Mea Culpas, you're not gonna find that at a very cheap price. Rarely you are. So let's get in and pick the last band. So 1, 2, 3. Fuck. I think I got one. Please don't make me I've got a second one. I don't want to do that. Alright, fuck. Let's see what I picked. Incubus! UK! This is the new wave of British heavy metal band, the one that did the Till the Devil or Daughter, or whatever that fucking album is. Overrated! Definitely this is an overrated album. I see a lot of people praising this album, and I had downloaded this album years ago. Like around 2010, 11, whatever, and I still don't understand why this album gets quite a bit of praise. It's not really that good of an album. It's definitely more close to that 70s rock sound, but it's not even good. It's okay, but it's just an album that, even as a 70s rock album, it's not that good at either. It's very mediocre, and at times it does go into some poppy territories. I guess maybe probably the best way to describe it is commercial, but still, even I like quite a bit of commercially, you know, poppy sort of albums. And this time just fails on all sort of cylinders when it comes to this style. It's just kind of missing the point what makes some of those style of albums or, you know, bands actually good, if anything. So yeah. And of course they were on Guardians and Tapes, that had bands such as Satan, Spartan Warrior, which is a much better band than fucking Incubus, Millennium, that band that released, it was a self-titled album. That's also a much better album than the Incubus. So yeah, there you go. There's about 3 bands here. So yeah. You know, let me do one more. Let's do one more. And here we go. I'm very generous today. I am generous. Alright, got one. Oh, fuck. I wasn't about to drop it. That'll be bad. That would be bad. Okay, so let's see what I picked. This is a bonus. Alright, this is another band I just talked about. This was during U.S. Paramount Month. This is Salem's Witch. Yeah, Salem's Witch. Do I consider this band overrated or underrated? I'm not going to say that they're overrated. I'm not going to say they're underrated. Because this band does get quite a bit of talk, and they have been considered overrated. Yes. Due to some guy on Facebook who also was on Force of Steel by the name of... I'm not going to say any names, but he goes by the name of Ryan777. But not anyone that you probably know of. But, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to call him Ryan7. I just love two other sevens. He definitely put this in his overrated list when it comes to obscure metal albums and releases. It's not a bad album. Actually, I really do like the sound, just like the Metacopus coming out ahead. Both these two albums I really do like. And again, it's one of those that is very hard to find at a cheap price. But I'm not going to say they're overrated. I'm not going to say that they're underrated. They're just like with Metacopus. They're in the middle of being that. They're just in the middle. So, but I like them. I do like them. It's not like the Incubus where it's actually complete, you know, just mediocreness. But still, not a, so there we go. About three bands that I chose for this episode, and there's about one bonus one for you guys. Since it's the first one, I was very generous, but for the next one, yeah. So, until then, you can definitely do one of these, the overrated or underrated series. I'm not sure if anyone else has done this. I just thought this was a very interesting video, and will definitely be a reoccurring series from my channel. So there you go, and it's definitely going to be focused on obscure bands, but you guys can switch up to mainstream bands. You can switch up to anything, records, CDs, whatever. That's all. I'm definitely going to speed this up because the album's going to be ending, so let's definitely end this video. So until then, this is Happy Cratcher saying I'm out, and I'll see you next time.